Hallelujah.
Church, let me hear you. Hallelujah. 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 This is a very special occasion.
Yes.
And I'm happy to see Kapo Reynolds family here with us. They're very important in us paying tribute to Mallica Kapo Reynolds. You know, to my left lies the remains of one of your own, our own, the most honorable Edward Philip Johnson. He was a bishop too.
That's right.
And I always recall Kapo saying to me, Babsy, you see that rocking chair over there? That little old broke down rocking chair? Mr. Seaga used to sit in that rocking chair and used to reason with me. The two of us would reason. Because here was Kapo, an unknown artist and a revivalist. And he carved, the first piece of carving that Kapo did was done with a penknife. The head looked like Kapo too. When Mr. Seaga saw it, Mr. Seaga said, Kapo, I must get you some carving tools. Mr. Seaga told me this story. Mr. Seaga didn't have money, you know, because he left his family home and went down to South Lane and in West Kingston studying Revivalism. After he left Kingston Town, where he went and lived with poor people and understood their culture. So Seaga said, Babsy, I have no money that I could have buy a couple of the tools. And I walked and went to many prominent Jamaicans. It even included a renowned artisan sculpture in Namandi. Never get the money to buy the tools. But he didn't stop until he was able to get Kapo the right tools in order for him to continue his work. Today, Kapo is renowned for his art. Some little Jamaicans out there can't buy a piece of Kapo art now, you know. Exactly. Because he was so artistic, so creative, that he produced some of the greatest pieces of art that this country now boasts. But that wasn't all. I remember the first big public revival table. Mr. Seaga said, Babsy, come. We're organizing a revival table. And we did it at Jamaica House. It was an experience, and Kapo led the flock on that occasion. So see, I've got some criticisms for it. But he said to me, he said, Babsy, we must ensure that the culture of the people survive.
Yes.
There is nothing to be ashamed of. Revivalism is African Christian. And don't ever shy away. Don't shy away. He said, I never shied away from it. And that is why today I'm here with you. Because I'm not going to shy away. Because as a young girl growing up in West Kingston, among poor people, me, my family, everybody poor. And sometimes when I see a lot of the vendors, they go on Spanish Town Road and they sell their goods. And sometimes, because it's illegal, police will kick over the the box with the things.
True.
And your things would end up in the gutter water.
That's true.
But you did not stop trying to earn a living to take care of your children, which included me. And then when you pack up your things, and you go jump revival till morning, I said to myself, how will them get the strength?
Yes.
How will them get the spirit from?
Come on.
And I said, that is why you were able to survive all the trials and tribulations that you face. Because when you go jump revival, you were invigorated. Your spirit was renewed. And you were prepared for the next day's trial and tribulation. And so, you are the backbone, the roots, and the soil of the earth. You are. And those who led the way must always be respected. And that is why today we say we are remembering Kapo Reynolds. And I want to say to the family, I thank you for being here. You make it special. And thank you for carrying on this work. And to the bishops here and the saints, thank you for carrying on the work. So this evening, we are celebrating two very important elements of our culture, art and religion. For centuries, these two forms of expression have dominated human thinking, shaping the opinions of scholars who laid the path for modern society as we know it today. Very rarely, brothers and sisters, has anyone been able to marry the two disciplines successfully. But Jamaica's most respected intuitive artist, Mallica Kapo Reynolds, did so with overwhelming conviction. And we owe much gratitude for the tremendous impact he has had on our lives through his work. The numerous pieces of art he produced were all unique in some way. He told the story of the African Jamaican from an interesting perspective. He could see the struggles and the fears, but he also saw dignity, joy, and celebration among a people trying to come to terms with post-colonialism. His art reflected his deepest passion, revivalism, one of two Afrocentric religious expressions in Jamaica, the other being Rastafari. Not Kumina, Rastafari, because Kumina was brought to Jamaica by free Africans. And that is why Kumina has our strongest African retentions. So Kapo saw the practice of revivalism as being hugely important to the people around him. And he worked tirelessly to entrench a sense of pride and ownership of the sect, pulling together different groups from across the country in massive celebrations. Kapo was revered by people at all levels of the society, all walks of life. Among them, as I said earlier, a young Edward Seaga, who made him, who related to him in a special way and made his art become known. But not only was Mr. Seaga the one who made Kapo's work known, internationally renowned singer Roberta Flack also played a part in that. So we are grateful that Kapo's work has inspired subsequent generations to continue revival worship. It is important that in today's Jamaica, where there are so many external influences competing for the attention of the youthful mind that revivalism and its deep African retentions still have relevance in this society. And I'm pleased to see so many young people who have gotten involved in the church. A lot of young men and a lot of young women. And I'm happy to see the leadership role that the women are also playing in the church. Let me hear you, sisters. So we believe that as an intangible heritage subject, the art of revivalism should be shared with the wider world. Our reggae music was inscribed in 2018, a little over a year ago, as an intangible cultural heritage for humanity. So we are now going to move to revival, being nominated to be inscribed, just like reggae, on the International Cultural Heritage List of UNESCO for humanity. So we have a committee working. We're working on the nomination form. And let me tell you, when we nominated reggae, 2 weeks before the conference, they said, sorry, we're not going to take it this time. Wheel and come again in 2 years. Well, what we do, we wheel and wait there and take it to them on the floor. And we got our music inscribed. So what we're going to do next time around, we're going with revivalism and we're going to take it to them on the floor. And so, I want to say, as I close, that we are a wonderful people with a wonderful culture. No matter the fault we have, nobody is perfect. No country is perfect. But what we do know, even with our imperfections, we have impacted the world with our culture. We have impacted the world with our religion. We have impacted the world as a people whose culture, even our physical cultures in sports, them can't help but know us. Because them even try to talk like us. So we must give thanks to God. And we must give thanks to those who paved the way. And we must always remember that whatever we do, we give God thanks. And I want to raise another chorus song. I don't know if anybody here know my favorite. There is a home in Happy Paradise.
There is a home. Zion, there is a home. There is a home in Happy Paradise where saints immortal reign. There is a home. There is a home.
Everybody in there, see? There you go. And you should have it at 16.9, but you set it. But make sure it's wide. I'll grab everything. Go
Thank you.